Peace and love, family. I give the utmost love, honor, loyalty, respect, and gratitude to La Santissima Madre, my God and your God. I give honor to all her devotees. I give a special honor to my wife for taking this rough and rugged road with me, because this road is not easy. It is not easy at all. So welcome to the Pyramid of Sun and Moon Mystery School of the Americas. So today I'm going to be reading a little bit from our Codex, the primary text of our mystery school, designed not only to put you in alignment with yourself, but put you in alignment with Santa Muerte to give yourself greater strength than you could possibly imagine. I want to read a passage. This Codex is offered in recognition that nothing written here originates from the hand alone, but from the current that moves before language, before identity, before the mind attempts to name what cannot be contained. You who stand at the threshold between silence and articulation, between death and remembrance, between dissolution and the record of what remains. It is through your current that what has been seen is allowed to take form without distortion. May every word contained herein be measured against what is real and stripped of what cannot endure. May the initiate who encounters this work not merely read, but be read in return. Weighed not by belief, but knowledge. By clarity of what remains, when all that is false has been removed. To the one who records without attachment, who witnesses without distortion, who preserves nothing that cannot withstand truth, this work is for you. Who is Santa Muerte? What do Santa Muerte represent to you? We say death. But what is death? Is death the end of everything? No. Death is transformation. That is the greater law. And what is transformation? Change. The only thing that is constant is change. Is Santa Muerte God? Is Santa Muerte goddess? According to traditional religions, no, she is not. However, Santa Muerte represents something more profound. Did you know that the original religion was not that of the Bible? The original religion was not even that of the ancient Egyptians, the ancient Sumerians, the ancient Aztecs, the Hindus. Nope. The original religion, the first known document of humans giving veneration to something greater than themselves, it was death. Funerary practices have been documented millions of years ago. So our Holy Mother, regardless of the name, place, time frame, has always been here and is, in fact, the most ancient form of veneration that our humanity has provided and has documented. Santa Muerte, representing change, does, in fact, make her greater than the traditional god of religion. Make her greater than the traditional gods of paganism, the goddess theory. She's above that because she is change. She is law. And nothing interferes with that. Santa Muerte reminds us that nothing is permanent, as permanent as we would like things to be. What does that mean for us? In shamanism, initiation is viewed as death consciousness, because we come to learn how everything's changed. When we go through the descent of Miklan, that is the recurring theme. And so it is with all true forms of initiation. In ancient Egypt, we have the death, burial, and resurrection of Osiris. In traditional Christianity, we have the birth, death, and resurrection of Jesus. All true masters, all true schools teach the law. And this is the law they teach. Yet, the law they refuse to give acknowledgement to. When we sit down with ourselves and we begin to acknowledge the silence in ourselves, we begin to understand that there is something, in fact, greater than us. And it's not a being, it's principle. And that principle is transformation. Because as you begin to look at yourself, you become a mirror. But the mirror is not faced outward. The mirror is turned within, and that creates the most profound transformation that a human being can encounter. But it is a hard transformation, because where you think you have your flaws at, where you think you have your strengths at, it's only the surface. Santa Muerte begins to strip away things that you thought was permanent, that you thought was part of your personality, that you thought was part of your life, that you thought was everything you needed in order to attain your higher self, your greatness. Mommy showed us that the deeper we go, the more is stripped away, and the more that is stripped away, the more we shine. So what am I talking about? It's not hard, but it's hard. I am talking about that depth consciousness that we obtain as we journey within ourselves. And we go into that silence, because mommy, as our statue shows, she's the balance. She is that partition between life and death. She's not just death. She's not just life. She's that partition between the two, because she represents transformation. So the very point at which something changed or begins to change, you see the activity of Santa Muerte. Yes. You see the activity of Santa Muerte. So this is the mystic path. And I've been stressing this to people, and I've been stressing this to people for years, that on the mystic path, we have initiation. And how does that help magical practitioners? Many of us practice our magic with, as I expressed, with the mirror outward, so that we see Santa Muerte as something apart or separate from ourselves. But for those of us who have actually walked the walk, know that our altar is a reflection of our own inner being connected with Santa Muerte. See, and that's the secret to true magic. True magic. When you are able to light your candle, when you are able to put your water there, when you are able to light your incense, when you are able to make your sacrifices, and these things are potent. You can never find a stronger magician than the one who, standing on his or her own feet, has power. But not the power that is given to them by another entity, but the power that they stand on their own from self-development. Because the one who stands on their own from personal transformation and personal development, very hard to defeat them. Particularly for those who rely on other entities to strengthen them. See, I don't look at Santa Muerte for help outside of me. I look for Santa Muerte to help me bring forward the power that is already inside of me. So she and I, we work together. Not that we're equal, but I have my own power that she has helped me develop. So she's like a teacher, like a mother, a guide with whom I have a relationship that is based on my own power and her confirmation thereof and helping to build me up. And we all have that same capacity. In 2004, when I received my initiation, that was the very thing that I learned. Because before that, I was practicing magic, but I had my mirror outward. I was expecting things reflecting the world, looking at the world, observing the world, doing my petition based on that. But with initiation, that mirror came inward. And my magic became more powerful. Because I'm now standing as an individual, not dependent or codependent on another force. No, I came into harmony with law. So when you're working in harmony with law, in this case being Santa Muerte, when you're working in harmony with law, people wonder, why is it so much so that what he says goes? It is because we work in harmony with Santa Muerte, based on the divine principle of the law of transformation. So here, Pyramid of the Sun and Moon, Mystery School of the Americas, it's about that transformation. It's about that strengthening you. It's about getting you in touch with you so that you can develop that power. And when you step out into the world, and you step out into the world with mommy, you move with conviction, not permission. Peace and love.